response from them.
Okay, got that. Thanks, Abhishek, for the details there. Prakash, just wonder if you've had a look at this story. Any thoughts on Chola? Or, I mean, Aptus, though Aptus is the asset in question, which may move to Chola in this case?
Yeah, so, pretty difficult to surmise at this point in time without, much specifics on the valuation and, what kind of structure that would entail. But, it does make a lot of strategic sense for Chola. They have a very strong balance sheet, which probably at some point in time, there's always a lid to its growth, given the restriction in terms of the segments that it caters to. So, Aptus brings in a huge potential area of growth for them. And there is a cultural match of sorts, given the fact that the promoter of Aptus has been part of the Chola DNA as well. So, in that sense, it's a good fit. Chola can probably scale up, and because they would need to seek some sort of a growth trajectory, which is otherwise, from the existing businesses would probably get a bit restrictive. There's no utilization of a very strong balance sheet if you can't deploy it in a decent ROA kind of profile. So it makes sense. So let's wait for that. Chola has always been a good premium NBFC, so there's no question on that they would do any wrong capital allocation. But barring that, I'm sure this will work out to be a win-win for both the players.
Okay, a win-win for both the names involved and both the parties involved. Prakash, afternoon. Wanted to get your thoughts in on Bajaj Finance, top nifty loser today. There is a report coming out of Ambit where they believe that, given where the valuations of Bajaj Finance are, forward valuations, it requires the company to grow its AUM by 25% over the next 10 years. And according to Ambit, no lender has managed to achieve this feat, a 25% every year CAGR growth over the next 10 years. And that's the ask that Bajaj Finance's valuations demand. What have you made of this argument that Ambit has put forth? And does it then cap the valuations of Bajaj Finance and make you a bit cautious?
Good afternoon, Rima. So, this has not come as a surprise to anybody who's been following Bajaj Finance on the valuation part particularly. I think we need to accept the fact that Bajaj Finance was, there were reasons for it to be numero uno in that space. They pioneered that space. They kind of, created that kind of a market with the kind of markers and metrics that only they've managed to clock. And because of that, they were always given accorded a premium multiple, which was extremely, extremely rewarding. Now, the scarcity premium which it used to enjoy, given the fact that there are many more people who have come into the market, there are a lot of banks that are morphing into, similar verticals or models as sub-verticals. It's bound to kind of impair their growth rates. They don't have a market. I mean, we know about this joke that goes around that, whether your friends or family miss you or not, Bajaj Finance always does and keeps on calling you up. They've been so aggressive in reaching out to all segments of their PG that probably it's going to get more difficult. And I think the Ambit report probably anticipates that. But you know what? There are other triggers other than just lending that they could have. So if the AUM growth from the lending business doesn't grow, they could probably do very well on the mutual fund side. I mean, there are multiple things that could work for them. And it's a company that transforms itself in a very agile way. I wouldn't write it off in terms of what kind of growth rates it could clock. But yes, the valuation is certainly premium. So at lower valuation, it would probably start making sense. So 6,000 whereabouts probably seems expensive. Maybe you could buy it at 5,000. If on a good day you get those kind of levels. But it's difficult to kind of talk about 10 years not happening the way you want or the way you think it will happen the way you want. So either ways, it could be argued. But I think I would definitely believe that the valuations could probably temper a bit, and that's probably where Bajaj Finance has always made sense and people have made money.
Okay, all right, Prakash, got that. Request you to hang on with us, Prakash. For the time being, we'll slip into a short break, but we'll be joined on the other side by our Alpha Manager of the Day, Shibani Sirkar Kurian of Kotak Mahindra AMC, will be joining us. Stay with us.